Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast Crossroads. This will be a podcast hosted by me where I will interview different people from different walks of life and ask them questions based on the work they are doing or their experiences, their lifestyle, productivity hacks, and many more. So, today we have our first guest for the show, that is Aditya Bhatt. He happens to be my roommate for the past 2 years. We have been studying in the same college. Recently, he completed his internship at JP Morgan. So let's hear more from Aditya. Aditya, for the benefit of our viewers, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, I'm Aditya. Uh, as you already know, I'm Guru Prasad roommate. I study in NI Mysore, third year computer science engineering. Mm, it happened to be I just completed my internship at JP Morgan last month. So I'm here to talk about that. And I'm joining you guys from Mangalore. Over to Guru.
Oh, nice to hear that, Aditya. Can you just explain us how was your 1 month internship at JP Morgan, the whole experience of it?
Yeah. So we actually were supposed to have internship for 2 months, but because of the COVID-19 situation and the speculation of having exams, they conducted the internship for only 1 month. So it was remote, and also because JP Morgan is a bank, I we did not have access to their internal data. So we actually worked on a project which will be useful for an NGO instead of actually working on their project. So if you guys know Code for Good, it was basically Code for Good for 1 month. This was called Interns for Social Good. So it was everything was well planned and executed very well. And internship was very fun as well. Apart from just having to code and being in a green room, we also had outside activities. Of course, it was remote, but it was fun as well. Yeah,
Oh,
over to
nice.
Guru.
Yeah, nice to hear that. So, how was the shift from the student's life to corporate life? Banks are especially known for their way of life. The corporate life at banks and the software companies is I heard that is totally different. So, how was it for you jumping from student life to the corporate life?
Yeah, student life to first of all, we had to wake up early. 10 o'clock was like joining
Okay,
time every day, so it was very tough for me. And
okay,
also we were actually supposed to address everyone by their name, even if they were like 55, 60 years old. We had to call by their name. That was very weird. We are used to calling people by sir or ma'am. So that was first like corporate experience that I found weird. Then like their rules and stuff. We have to be formal. Yeah, you have to be nice to everyone. All that stuff. At the like being nice to everyone at the same time we have to be frank as well. That
okay,
was weird.
okay.
And yeah, that is the only difference I found.
So, how was the interview experience for JP Morgan? Can you just walk us through what all you did to get the internship at JP Morgan?
Yeah, the corporate recruitment team came to our college during August 2019. So it
Okay.
was like almost 1 year ago. So we
Mm.
had first coding round, first round. So I cleared that after like 15 or 20 days. I got selected to the like actual interview. They interviewed us. There were like 3 rounds, which was conducted in a whole day in the college itself.
Okay.
So 6 of us were selected. So from the coding round, 12 people were selected to the interview rounds. Out of 12, 6 people got internship. So we got the offer letter in March 2020.
Okay. So, what was
And
the level of difficulty of the questions that were asked in coding round? Like, what kind of questions were asked?
uh, there were two questions. You can tell first question was actually medium, easy to medium, not actual medium, but easy to medium. The second question was medium level. So they were pretty easy. It was fine, like 10, 15 minutes. You could complete one question. I happened to complete only one question out of two because that was whole another mess. Because my
Okay.
name was not in the list of people who applied and all that stuff. So they kicked me out of the room. So
Oh,
I completed one question. it
Okay.
happened that only most of the people completed only one question. So I got selected to the next round.
Okay. And
Even
how?
Guru was there. He was also kicked out of the room.
Yeah, that was a bad luck for me. So, how were the actual interview rounds conducted? Like, how many people were there in the interview rounds, and what kind of questions they asked you? How many people you were being interviewed by? Can you show some light on that?
Yeah. Yeah, so we basically had three rounds, two technical rounds and one HR round. In
Okay.
those two technical rounds, we were interviewed by two people.
Okay.
So they asked the questions from data structures, algorithms, operating systems, and mostly they asked the questions based on our projects.
Okay.
Where whatever I wrote in my resume, they asked everything. Like they were verifying that whatever I wrote in the resume was actually true.
Okay.
So data structure algorithm questions, they are typical medium questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you just Google most recent interview questions, you will get all those questions.
Okay. Okay.
Like
So, how?
recent questions by JP Morgan or some other companies in
Hmm.
Geek for Geeks, you will get those questions.
Okay.
And the people who asked were like, some people were like 5, 10 years experience, like overall career. Some were very old.
Mm-hmm.
So the people were also very good. They were not like strict and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay. So they were very friendly during an interview.
Yeah.
And the most important question that everyone keeps asking is how much is the stipend? So, how much stipend did you actually get during your internship per month?
Yeah. Yeah. Per month it is 50,000.
Oh,
I had
50,000.
5 weeks, so yeah.
Okay. 50,000 is actually a huge amount, isn't it?
Yeah, we did not expect that. We were surprised actually. We thought we'll get 10, 20,000 only.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so talking about the work that you did at your internship, what was the kind of work that you are assigned to?
Yeah, so I already told it was for an NGO. So they gave a problem statement. The NGO we were assigned to was AIM Foundation, AIM. So it works basically works on education and gender equality and all that many other things are there.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to work on education. So their problem statement was um, like we are in a transition from current education system to future. So we have to like bridge the gap between the current education system and the future. So they wanted a system which will help the current classroom education system, but not in a way like it will replace complete like normal education system.
Mm-hmm.
Like teacher will conduct classes every day to students, while along with that something else that will help teacher adapt according to students' needs and other. Their actual goal is adaptive learning for
Oh,
each and every single student based on student's ability. He should be taught. So
oh,
one part of that was we chose one part of that, like evaluating students and giving insights about every single student to teacher.
mm-hmm.
So we had we were 6 people in the 6 students and two mentors and two managers.
Mm-hmm.
So two of the people worked on machine learning, two people worked on backend, and I worked on the front end, and one more person also worked on both of backend as well as machine learning.
Okay. Okay.
So
So, which tech stack did you use for your whole project? Like, what all were the
yeah, so
technologies used in front end, and what all were the technologies used in back end?
so the front end we used React.js, only React.js. So for the backend we use Express.js. It is like a Node.js library to host web apps.
Oh,
For the machine learning part, we used what I'm not into machine learning, but what from what I remember, they used something like Keras or NumPy.
okay. Okay.
Maybe like all the machine learning parts were hosted using Flask API calls. So there
Okay.
were actually two backends. One is Flask and another is Express.js. So yeah, Express.js and by database was MySQL.
Okay. Okay. So, looks like you got to work on a lot of stuff during your internship, is it?
Yeah, I basically worked on front end, but I had to see how all the things work, because integrating all of these things was important.
Okay. So how did you connect with your other interns? Like how were you in constant connection with them, talking, exchanging knowledge, exchanging what your work you're doing? So how did you work on that part? Like
So
how?
we had Zoom meetings every day, Scrum meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, we had icebreakers and other stuff. Like we played games and got to know students who are interns, and we got to know teammates as well. We had some 2, 3 like meetings initially, just to discuss about ourselves and also discuss about the problem statement. So we got to know people by that. And also in the 4 weeks of internship, we did coding only for 12 days. It was like 12 days hackathons, 20 hours a day working. So rest all days we just had to plan and think. So we had to interact almost like 2, 3 hours a day with other peers. We
Okay.
had Zoom meetings and collaboration tools like uh, Confluence, Jira. So it was actually like actual software development itself.
Okay. Okay. So that's very nice to hear. So what was the most interesting or the most memorable moment for you during your whole internship? Like the one
Mm,
thing that you'll not forget, a funny thing or most important thing, something of that kind.
uh, there are like, yeah, the good thing is we got to know like some of the people very well. At the end we felt like we know these people from many years. So as I said, we had to code only for 12 days. Before that only we had some worries like how can we finish everything in 12 days. So it was like a crisis.
Okay.
So at that moment it was very intense, and that was like next level experience. I never had that experience before.
Mm,
Like
okay.
before the deadline, we had to complete everything and like everything had to work properly. So that is the moment. Almost like mm, third week of the internship. That was very intense. So that is the most memorable moment.
Okay, that's nice to hear. So, for anybody who would like to join JP Morgan, what advice would you like to give? Like, how should they prepare for their interviews? What resources should they refer to? And what is the process of joining? Different ways to join JP Morgan as a software engineer, or for that matter, any other designated role.
Yeah, from the second year itself, if you guys work on data structures and algorithms, that's very good. And also along with that, if you pick up web development or machine learning, one of them, and work very deeply. And basically, when the interviewer asks you something, you should be very confident in one of the subjects. They will ask you only whatever you know. So you better be very good at what you do.
Okay.
Even if you're like in third year and you feel that you're too late, it's not that too late. Even Guru knows that. Guru just did like 1 or 2 months of very intense coding and got into Microsoft. So nothing is impossible if you worked hard.
Okay. Okay.
About different ways of joining. So basically, if JP Morgan comes to the campus, then you're fine. Outside of the campus, it's very hard to apply. They give 2, 3 choices. So they come for internships, and they even come for code for good. So you can get into JP Morgan using this internship opportunity as well as code for good. So there are two ways to join.
Okay. Well, that's nice to hear, Aditya. So apart from this, what do you do in your free time? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? You watch any web series or what? So apart from studies and all stuff, what are you interested in?
Yeah, I'm into YouTube too much. As Guru knows it already. Like most of the students are into YouTube or web series. But recently, I started watching too many movies, 1 or 2 movies every day. From different countries or not just Hollywood or Bollywood, different countries. Movies from different countries. They are very interesting. Also different genres as well. So I watched a lot of movies. And and before this COVID-19 happened, I started running. So I continued after coming here as well, but after that I got lazy, and due to these lockdowns and rain, I stopped running. Now I'm becoming very fat. So
It's the
those
same
are
with
only my hobbies.
it's the same with everyone. Even I have become a bit fat. Whatever, but that's nice to hear. So what are your future plans? Like, what would you do this year? No, it's the COVID time now, and then
Hello, can you repeat?
like what are your future plans
Hello.
from now?
Yeah, so now I'm waiting for the PPO offer, whether I get PPO or not. Based on that, my future, like next 1 year, will be like next 1 year's direction will be dependent on my PPO offer. So if I get job, then I'll just study or do whatever I like. If I don't get PPO, then I have to prepare for interviews again. So hopefully I'll get PPO. So if I get PPO, now I started learning machine learning. Until this time, I had no idea about machine learning. So recently I started learning machine learning. If I complete like basics, and if I get into that too much, I might work on that in the whole year. If I don't, I will just complete the basics, and like whatever normal people do, I'll just finish those stuff. Then I might learn a new language like German or Japanese. Recently I got interested in Japanese culture too much. So
Oh,
I don't know.
have you been influenced by Adrian?
No. No, I was just watching traveling videos. Then I got like very shocked. Oh, in Japan, everything is very different compared to other countries, and many of the things are very like better than other countries. So before that, I was too much into German culture. Now I'm into Japan.
Okay, okay. Looks like you have got your interest into a lot of subjects, movies, languages, running, athletics, and all that stuff. Anyways, it was very
Yeah.
nice to hear from you, Aditya. Thank you for joining us. You'll always be remembered as a first guest on this podcast show. And yeah, that's it. I hope we had a very
Yeah.
nice talk.
Yeah. Hopefully, this podcast will get very famous, and Guru will get sponsors and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hope for the best.
Uh,
And I'm damn sure that even if nobody gets a PPO in JP Morgan, you will get for all the work that you did. You, as like you told, you work for 20 hours a day. You build the whole front end. So I'm pretty sure that you will get the PPO.
Hello.
That's it, Aditya. It was very nice talking to you. Maybe if somebody has any questions, we'll upload this onto YouTube so that you can comment there. Aditya and me, we are always active on YouTube most of the time. So we'll reply back to your comments. Also, Aditya has got his own YouTube channel, I guess. He might not have subscribers, but I'll link down Aditya's YouTube, Instagram, all other social profiles. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions or anything that you want to know from him, you can contact him. So thank you very much for joining us today. That's it, guys. Like, share, subscribe to this channel and also this podcast. Thank you very much.